I'm Sandy Donnelly, founder of the Women Warriors Network and DBC Health Retreats, curator of wellbeing retreats and escapes, guiding individuals and small groups on transformative journeys. It's a pleasure to have you here for Women Who Make Change. The Women Warriors Network was born during the pandemic to empower women to be seen, heard, and to make an impact. Today, we're a community of over 2,200 members globally, connecting diverse members, voices to collaborate, create opportunities, and drive positive change. I founded this platform to remind women that with the right support, ordinary people can do extraordinary things. And to our gentlemen joining us, welcome. This is also about building strong, authentic business friendships that inspire progress for all. So we're joined today by four exceptional speakers, each with an incredible story and message to share. Orla Bance, Fariha Fatima, Tatiana Dudyez, and Katie Keefe. So our first speaker is Orla Bance, Managing Director of CCR3 Academy. Orla doesn't just talk about change, she builds it. Through CCR3 Academy, she's redefining leadership, resilience, and growth for professionals across industries. With a sharp mind and a soulful mission, she helps people reclaim their power and rise with purpose. So please welcome a woman who makes change and makes it stick, Orla Bance. Oh.
Hello.
Welcome. Sorry, Orla. Very welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
That's okay, Sandy. That was a lovely introduction. Thank you. Not copying the masculine model of success. And I think each one of us here, I think would think of that quite strongly. No one is trying to emulate the power and authority to get control. So I think leadership for me, it's important that it aligns to your value, our own values and strengths, rather than trying to be something else. So in CCR3 Academy, we very much focus on behavior, values, and emotional intelligence. So this is my blueprint. So when a woman understands what drives her in that, how she makes decisions, how she's perceived, then she can come from a place of clarity and confidence. It's not a compromise. So we can really lead with authenticity. What is that impact? You start to see women who are influencing culture. We're not just behind the scenes influencing policy. We're actually making the change. We're bringing collaboration. We're bringing emotional agility and purpose-led thinking. And sometimes, dependent on our background, it's bringing it to industries that have never seen that before. My background is in construction. So that's been a very male-dominated industry, maybe, and the leadership has been about control. It has been about leading by example in that way of old and the experience. So it's really important, I think, now that this authentic to yourself, coming out to your whole team or the people you coach.
It's like the Academy's core values. I think you've got some really valuable points there because although this is a Women Warriors Network platform, it's just giving women the stage to speak out. But I think the points you've just made there, Orla, we're not trying to take over these dominant roles. We're just being individuals who can lead in our own ways and in as equally good a way as the next person, so whoever they may be. So, and it really aligns, I think, not just with what I see in my own work, but in amazing. The academy, your academy, blends neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and strategy. What's one surprising insight that's helped your clients unlock meaningful change?
Well, I think an aha moment perhaps is that self-awareness and all of emotional intelligence, it's not soft, it's strategy. So neuroscience shows us that 95% of our behavior is automatic. It's driven by our unconscious beliefs and emotional patterns. So that's part of ourselves, and it's like, you can call it your soul, you can call it whatever, but that you're not aware of what's running you. So what we're trying to encourage is, why don't you make that shift and understand that shift? And if you move it from the subconscious to the conscious to make those decisions, it's quite revolutionary.
More consciously and more value driven rather than, just driven by society and, just working on 95% subconscious brain. So this is a change that I am, now, making, trying to make happen through my coaching and of course through my corporate as well.
Do you know, that's very well said and understandable. And I think especially for the younger generation as well, because finance can feel quite intimidating.
Oh, yes.
But if, you're educating from a younger age, you're giving them, these teenagers, the tools. I'm assuming that's what you're bringing into your coaching. You're giving them the tools, and maybe women, who've been housewives and out of the corporate world or the workforce for some time, it can be quite a bit daunting maybe to step back in. Or, even women who, not just women who may be now single parents, and suddenly they're taking on the financial load of everything. And if you've got
Yes,
support.
it is all about the tools. And you read said it exactly the way it is. It is tools, and emotional intelligence tools are really like powerful. They unlock parts of our brain which we did not even know that we had, and we could, mobilize to make decisions better, to make relationships better, to navigate our day-to-day work life better. I mean, they are so powerful. Like you can use them on a daily basis, and it obviously comes with practice. And that's like you rightly mentioned, that's what I'm trying to also inculcate in teens. So it starts with emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and managing your own self, regulating your emotions. And then comes the basics of finance and money, spending habits, where they stem from, the difference,
So
Hello, thank you so much. Yes, I know Fariha is going like this, and I was going like this with Fariha as well, because I have a sister. I mean, we're all sisters, but I have a sister here. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you for this lovely intro. Delighted to be here.
thank you. Tell us then all about wealth intelligence.
Yeah. So wealth intelligence. So I come from a background of I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I've been, that builder ever since I turned 18, and before that, I built a large luxury hospitality business in Canada, $50 million. I mean, as I was a single mom, the accumulation of experience and experiences as well, because I'm a high performer, right? We attract who we are. So our clients are exactly a reflection of.
We have Katie Keith, executive leadership and transformation coach, founder of the KK Collective. Katie Keith empowers women in business to lead, rise, and succeed with clarity and confidence. With 25 years in corporate leadership, she now coaches senior women and founders through the altitude effect and elite success circles, blending neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and strategy. Today, she's going to share how to rise without burning out and lead with authenticity, not apology. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And can I just say, thank you, ladies. I'm just really enjoying the golden thread that's coming through here, is that it's about tapping into that self-awareness. And when a woman really, truly knows herself, she's unstoppable.
It doesn't have to be through blame.
No.
Not at all. But you can say, okay, this is what they have learned from their parents, and they have
Right.
learned from their parents. And I'm sure their culture was such, and the environment was such, that they had to sometimes do a flight or fight. But as you mentioned, we are transforming and innovating, so we can have the power to choose the beliefs that has served us and the ones that haven't served or don't serve us any longer.
Exactly.
And
And there's something about, if you're waiting for a permission slip for this to happen, you'll be waiting forever. So it really is up to being a part of calls like this, being in communities and around people that are going to give you the energy and the oxygen, to give you the confidence to give yourself that permission slip to make the first change. Once you shift one invisible handbrake, it just becomes so much easier to recognize the rest. But they keep showing up. So it's an ongoing evolution of continuous shifting.
Yeah.
I think, as you say, Orla, as well, with the CCR3 tool, it's the shifting gears.
Yeah. Well, the first step is realizing, as we all said, the first step is being aware of it. Once you're aware of it, you can make you can move it from the subconscious to the conscious. I mean, we're all converts into this. We know that. But as I say, when you're doing it on yourself, it is difficult, because we are telling ourselves a different story than we all coach clients. It's very easy to see it with somebody else, but the mirror has to be come back in. You have to look in the mirror sometimes, and it comes back. And I think we've got a responsibility as women leaders to change the system and to lead with intent, and to educate the next generation, who are the Gen Z generation, who are used to instantaneous decisions. They're used to instant results. They're used to instant gratification. These are all, we've got a job to work to bring them with us on this journey, because otherwise I feel there's a stage that we could lose the feminism, the whole movement of women and the strength of us, because the girls that are coming up that I see through my teenage sons, the friends, but maybe it's just, but it's just, I want it now. And no, you have to work for this. You have to work the longer game, but we've got to break it down in a different way, so it shifts their thinking. And I think we've got a lot of work to do together as this generation to bring the next lot on, rather than just saying, well, we've got this issue, we need to change this and break this. So, well, yeah, we do, but we need to then change it again for the next generation, because they're 2 steps away perhaps from the generation that we're looking at going, oh my God, I'll never be like that. I don't want to be. That serves you, but not me. And I think that's a really interesting piece of work that I don't think we've even really started as a movement of women. And I think that's really interesting as the next generation, well, not the next, probably 2 generations down, but as these
and,
kids,
and the rest all up.
all right,
as we get older,
as the kids come up through that loop, we've got and the men and boys, but that generational divide of, I want the decision now, I want the result now or tomorrow. And in wealth, especially, and wealth and finance, this is not get your pocket money now, it's spent today, you've got nothing left, or this is starting early. But it's like that about everything that they're doing. It's about their version of themselves, their inner self-belief, their confidence, their vulnerability, their support network, their tribe. All these words that we're using, we should be educating these girls and boys that these are the important rules of life.
I've actually reached out to my children's school for this. I told them, you guys have to have something, and I volunteered myself to do an evening class for emotional intelligence, because they just still don't have it in the curriculum. In some schools, finance is still there, business, entrepreneurship, some bits of that, but emotional intelligence, which is literally at the core of everything. Let's see what they get back. They haven't got back to you, but I just told them, like, like mother myself, I would love to do it for the kids, even for free, because this is where it will start, the transformation, the new generation.
I've just taken notes on all of that, because, having 2 daughters who are grown up, but then also a granddaughter and a second one on the way. Yeah, I don't want them to be these brats who are stepping into the world and think everything comes like this when we've worked so hard. I am actually going to try put that forward as a future event, actually.
Yeah, I think
guys, it's 3 o'clock, so I just want to thank you all so very, very much. You've all shared such powerful insights today, which has been magical, interesting, and it was just coincidental that the title was Women Who Make Change. And it's all tied into one. So
I was going to ask you that. Did you plan this? Because it was perfect.
I didn't.
Like, each one of us is like a facet of the same thing. I'm like, if you planned it, it was brilliant. How did you pick us all?
Own it.
Thanks, Sandy.
Take the credit, Sandy.
I'll take that credit. But it's about the values, the visibility, and let's keep nurturing this leadership that's bold, balanced, and beautifully human. Guys, thank you so much. And for those who joined, this will be sent out to the 100 or so people who signed up for this event, the recording. There'll be a long version and a short version, and it will contain all of the contact details of our extraordinary speakers today. So if you want to reach out directly or through me, please do. And if you are looking to host a Women Warriors Network event, tailored to what your business is and what you'd like to get across, please get in touch. But thank you all so very much today, guys. And you guys need to connect, Tatiana and Fariha.
Absolutely.
Bye for
We will,
sure,
yeah.
but we all will.
Yeah, I'm already starting. I've got my little finger like going on those invitations on LinkedIn already.
And I'm just looking. Have I got a chia seed on my tooth? I've had it all the time. Apologies.
You're not that close to the.
No, we're okay.
I'll
You're
stay
okay.
away. Thank you, everybody, so much.
Girls, sorry, one second. Just want to shout out to my
Appreciate
friend
it.
Aisha, who's joined and stayed throughout. Thank you, Aisha. She's a friend of mine from my university as well. I know her for 20
Amazing.
years.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I've got it all hidden here. And
No,
sorry,
it's fine.
thank you for
Aisha is
joining.
there. Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.